All right, so Matt, what theories do you have?
Supposedly, Spider-Man and Mysterio are working on a team against is it Hydra Man, Sandman.
I think it's
Well, it's
Hydro.
Hydra Man, but there's
Uh,
apparently supposed to be multiple elementals, is what they're calling them.
Yeah, elementals.
Well, I think Mysterio, this is my opinion, because they are enemies. I think Mysterio is creating all these fake monsters or scenarios, and where he appears to be a hero.
I would also say maybe his creations get out of control, and he's trying to stop it, and teams up with Peter. That the stuff that he created for whatever reason, he can't control it any longer.
And then we find out that he's actually a bad guy because he created all this stuff, and now Spider-Man is against Mysterio. It's my 2 cents. 'Cause I don't see them teaming up to fight these guys.
Well, the thing to do now is put the villain and the hero together. I mean, that has stayed consistent with certain movies, at least some of the Netflix Marvel shows, Netflix Marvel TV shows, that the villain and the hero team up at some point. Luke Cage kind of happened in Daredevil season 3.
But ultimately, I think in the end, Spider-Man will fight Mysterio.
No, I agree. I think that's pretty much probably how it's going to go.
Yeah, he's always been
them,
kind of a trickster.
Yeah, I wouldn't see them going full-fledged. Oh, Mysterio's just a good guy, and they're going to team up, and that's how the movie's going to roll. So
No, hell no. I mean, that's what Mysterio does, man. I mean, he fucks with your head. This is right up his alley.
yeah, Marvel will stick to the script.
And if they don't stick to the script, most likely they'll think of a creative way and it will still work. I have faith in them, but Mike, you already confirmed it. I didn't know that, but I feel good that I got that right. Only way it'll make sense in the trailer for it to come out now is because it's before Infinity War.
Well, because at least for me, if they put this out at the same time that Captain Marvel debuts, that throws everything off because people automatically assume what Mike just stated, that, oh, well, everything that happens in the snap is undone.
Like, everybody's caught up on the snap. And to me, I wouldn't think anything until after Endgame, because that's going to answer whatever questions from Infinity War. Whoever's dead, whoever's alive, whatever the case is going to be. After Endgame, then you worry about, well, how is this person inspired? Wait, just see the movie to get the answers, and then just go with it. Because right now, like I said, everybody's investing in, if I see them, then they're alive. No. Infinity War, snap, we don't know who's alive, who's dead, other than the people that were at the end of the movie and whoever you've seen in the trailer. That's it.
You got to remember one thing, Mike. People aren't impatient.
Yeah, and that's the reason why the trailer ended up getting dropped. When they were at the Brazil Comic-Con and they said the trailer was coming out that weekend, Marvel decided to only show it at the con. And so they had everybody put away their phones. Nobody leaked anything online. And so the rest of the world got upset because they're like, oh, man, we didn't see the trailer. And I think the problem is you got Captain Marvel in March, then Avengers in April. So if you wanted to wait to drop this trailer until after Avengers, you literally had to wait until the first week of May for a movie that's coming out in July. And I think Marvel figured, well, at some point we got to show the trailer to appease everybody and still put it out there that, hey, this summer blockbuster's coming. Like I said, we're not going to get another trailer anytime soon, but give you enough to know, like, oh, yeah, remind you, Spider-Man's still coming after Avengers. And that's because this is their only 3 movies for the year. So, you know, what do? Either you hold on to the trailer and don't put it out and keep everybody pissed off till after April, which by then, nobody's going to be paying attention to it because everybody's still going to be talking about Endgame. Or put it out now and let everybody already be hyped to go, okay, Captain Marvel in a few weeks. So you got that countdown now. And then once that happens, oh, damn, we get right into Spider-Man. Cool.
We got new mutants coming out. We got Dark Phoenix.
Well, we might not, because now they're saying that Marvel's pretty much scrapping all the Fox stuff. Fox is still talking about putting out Dark Phoenix, but everything else is on the table. It might get scrapped, including Deadpool, because they're getting ready to close the deal down. And Feige already said within the next 6 months, they're developing X-Men and Fantastic Four.
You know, when they re-released Deadpool 2 as PG-13, that was a test to see how it would do.
Yeah, and it didn't do that hot.
I wouldn't lean too much into that, because now the rumor is Scarlett signed on for Black Widow movie, and Marvel is seriously getting Disney to consider making it rated R.
So they're gonna make her movie rated R.
Well, couple things. One, it's gonna be very female empowering. We already know that. 2, she's an assassin. For her reputation, rated R is what you need to do if you really want to show how brutal and evil she used to be. So
if that's the case, they need to stick with Deadpool being rated R. That they decide to go that route.
Well, I think that's what it is. If they can get Black Widow to be greenlit rated R, I think they'll stick Deadpool rated R. And Disney will just ride with it and just say, look, the same audience, the same people are going to go see it anyway. Let's just stick with it. And then you start to ask questions. Okay, well, how many boundaries are really going to push? Because now, will you go that far with X-Men? Because you got Wolverine, Berserker mode and things that he could do. And same thing with Magneto and anyone else. They can get kind of real with shit. Or are you going to keep everything PG-13 and try to ride that line? But remember, now PG-13 has gotten a little bit more loose than it used to be. Yeah. So
yeah,
I think they're going to push the envelope a little bit. The other thing to keep in mind is a streaming service. So like Loki show, Vision and Scarlet Witch, all these other little independent shows. Like I said, I think Daredevil, Luke Cage, Punisher, all that from Netflix is going to end up on there. And then same thing might happen with that. They may not go full-fledged with the movie, but they might say, well, hey, we'll put it on the streaming service, and parents can control whether or not the kids see it, and they'll just go all out. At some point, Disney's going to have to let go of the reins, because you can't just be, oh, we're the kid-friendly company, but you own everything.
Yeah, you own everything. You own properties that are not kid-friendly.
Right. You're buying up everything. You're literally creating the monopoly of all film. What are you going to do?
Just like they did with Star Wars, man.
Yeah, well.
Yep. Yeah.
We'll see. There's a rumor George Lucas has been over in London shooting Obi-Wan Kenobi with Ewan McGregor on the low, but nobody's got anything to confirm it.
As much as I like Ewan McGregor as fucking Obi-Wan, I don't think I even want to see that shit, man.
I think that for Star Wars to be successful, it needs at least 2 years in between each movie. The thing about Star Wars, when you got the first trilogy and then the prequel trilogy, you didn't think you were going to get any more movies. That was it. It's like, all right, we told the story, and it was always rumored to be 7, 8, 9, but this 7, 8, 9 is not the real way that this should be done, because, again, you're getting movies every year, Star Wars spin-off movies, core trilogy, and then whatever. The person that directed the last movie has another trilogy coming out, and then there's still the Game of Thrones guys also have another trilogy for Star Wars. Is that right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, they're coming out with a prequel.
Yeah, so there's at least 7 movies in the mix, if you count Obi-Wan and maybe a Yoda movie, because they have to do that because Disney's greedy. So almost 8 movies right there for the next however many years.
Yeah, and they just redid Disneyland, and they're upping the price because they're getting ready to open the Star Wars whole side of the park. So they're not slowing this down anytime soon. They might cut back on the movies coming out as quickly, but like I said, their plan was to give you Star Wars for the next 20 or 30 years.
Well, they messed up when they released 2 movies in 1 year, which was 17 at this point. And then the Solo movie, people are indifferent about that. Some people like it, some people don't. I didn't like it, but I mean, Rogue One, people were slightly positive about that. Episode 8, yeah, they tried. They continue to try because they have one of the most popular movie franchises ever. Just can't tolerate any more Star Wars. At this point, people have superhero fatigue. I have Star Wars fatigue.
I do too.
I don't know what else to say.
Nah, hey, man. That's been the Beast Game Podcast. So I enjoyed the trailer. I think it's going to be a good movie. I have faith that Marvel's going to not just went out the park like they've done so far. They have not really dropped the ball. And even the ones that people would consider them dropping the ball is actually better than a lot of movies that are out. So I have high hopes for this, and I'm curious to see how Mysterio is going to work out. I'm also curious about that. We already know how Spider-Man's working out, which is good, which is great. But Mysterio, that's just something that, you know, it's a little bit too campy. He's a campy-ass villain. I'm just curious how they're going to do it.
No, I think the biggest question after this is going to be, what does Sony do? Because since Spider-Verse won the Golden Globe for Best Animated Film, everybody's already predicted it's going to win the Oscar.
And rightfully so.
And because Venom had the success that it had, everybody's already kind of like, Sony's getting ready to snap Spider-Man back because they think they can do it now. It'll be the worst damn decision. They need to leave it in Marvel, and they need to figure out a way to just borrow him and put him in one of their movies, but give him back. Because if not, they're going to fuck it up. I already know it. Well, and Tom Hardy already wasn't happy about Venom, so.
Well, he signed on for 3 movies, though, right?
Oh, he signed on because he's gonna get paid, but they said he didn't have the best experience first time around. He had some issues, so
what they could do, in all honesty, they got Into the Spider-Verse. There you go, boom. Just build off of that. Have it animated. Boom, done. With Venom, just have Venom. I have not seen the movie, but it's done pretty good. Some people like it, some people hate it, some people are neutral on it. But it's done well enough to build off of that. You necessarily don't have to have Spider-Man in there. I don't know what they're going to do, but they can just leave it as is. They don't need Spider-Man. You got the Spider-Verse, which has all the Spider people in the damn movie. You could spin off and do a Spider-Man 2099. You could spin off and do Noir, Spider-Man Noir. I mean, it's so many different things. What they did with Spider-Verse was basically open the people's eyes to the many different Spider characters in the universe. You could build off of any one of those characters and just start something else. So you necessarily don't need Peter Parker in a live action form. You can just have it as an animated movie, and that'd be it.
All right.
Done deal.
Well, let me just give you some stats about Venom. Venom had about a $100 million budget. How much do you think it grossed?
I say about 600. Domestic and international, 600.
Okay.
I'm going 800.
Okay, Matt?
750.
All right. So Mike is the closest. $855 million.
And that's both, right?
Worldwide.
Yeah, okay. And that's pretty good.
Into the Spider-Verse, which is a great movie. Everyone wants to see that movie. I saw it twice. I saw it last week, as a matter of fact. It's a $90 million budget. And it's been out probably for about a month? Right now?
Yeah.
So what do you guys think the worldwide gross is?
I would say, since it's animated, I would say about 600 so far. Right now.
Okay. Mike?
230.
Matt?
650.
Nope.
Japan made most of it.
Nope. 300 million.
Wow. That's actually kind of low. I actually thought it would be higher.
Yep.
No, it's low. They were talking about that.
I think the reason why it's so low because people probably slept on it.
Was in my top movies of last year. It's a good movie. And it's just as amazing the second time around as it was the first time. So
I really need to get to the movie theater to see it. I've actually had people tell me it's better than Infinity War.
I wouldn't go that far, but I would say I liked it better than the standalone Spider-Man movie.
Better than Homecoming?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that easily.
By leaps and bounds or just... Because Spider-Man Homecoming wasn't a bad movie.
No, you have to understand what they're trying to do. At some point, you don't realize that you're watching the animated movie. That's how.
Yeah, like I said, I literally had people call me and say, "Man, I'm telling you, it's better than Infinity War. Easily better than Black Panther." They were like, "I'm telling you, you need to go see it."
It is better than Black Panther. It is not better than Infinity War. That's not possible. Sorry. Whoever told you that, Mike, smack him in the face next time you see him.
Will do.
But yeah,
was it Pakih that said that?
He didn't say that. He said he heard that from a few people, and there were people online that were saying it too on the statue forum.
I don't know what they're drunk on, but
they were like, "Man, I'm telling you, man, Spider-Verse, man, that thing's the best movie of the year. It's better than Infinity War." And I was like, "Yeah, y'all smoking something good, because I don't know what the hell you to watch."
Pretty much.
Got that good cushion alcohol.
Like those, even some of the same people that like Venom, and I saw Venom and was just like, I'm glad I didn't pay to see it. And so I think, like I said, my issue with Venom, I'm not Venom hardcore on it as everybody else, but everyone's complaint seems to be, how does he get the black suit when we know Spider-Man had it first? So they want it to be comic accurate. I'm just like, let it go, because if Sony gets it, they're gonna fuck it up. Let them stick with what they're doing. Let them make the sequel. Woody Harrelson's gonna be Carnage. They already set it up. He's already signed. Let it ride out and leave Spider-Man where he is, and let it be. I agree with everything you said, Jay. Go with every other thing you can, but leave Spider-Man. Fuck it, Marvel. It's working. You're making money. Let it be.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Logically, they getting a cut off of this shit. Shut the fuck up and take your money.
Yep.
Sometimes you gotta know your role and shut up.
Look at the bigger picture, because the theory now has been that if they introduce X-Men, because they're developing so quickly, now everybody's theory is, are they going to go Avengers versus X-Men to introduce them? Because it's going to be a different set of Avengers at some point. I'm like, maybe that's a good idea.
Yeah, but that's not the first thing you go to. Jesus Christ, that's some that's down the line. Damn.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to laugh at that.
So I don't know.
That's a big ass step, man.
Marvel swinging for the fences, man. Like I said,
shit.
That's
the swing for.
They already said they got things mapped out for the next 10 years beyond. They're ready.
I swear to God.
They know where they're going.
They do that shit. If they do Avengers vs. X-Men, DC just need to just be like, fuck it. Fuck it. Well, fuck it.
Like I said, Aquaman was actually good. And if they can stick to this formula, Aquaman just crossed $1 billion. DC's going to feel themselves now. And now they're already putting out Joaquin Phoenix kills it as the Joker. Wait till October. So just start getting ready to get kind of heavy hit with DC bullshit for the next year.
All I'm going to say, didn't they say they killed it or they did a great job with fucking Man of Steel and shit?
They said that.
Good job.
Well, James, you have to understand at that point, the barrier of entry for a good killed it DC movie is very low.
It's very low. Yeah.
Very. Suicide Squad might have been successful if I said that crap.
Green Lantern was. Oh no, never mind. I'm sorry. I went too far.
All those things are still on the table, but they were getting scrapped until Aquaman started getting successful. And then when they asked Jason Momoa, he's like, "What are you talking about? Cavill ain't going nowhere." I think DC is backtracking now and saying, "Well, wait a minute. We just had a movie cross $1 billion. If Shazam does even a quarter of that shit, DC is going to get on some other stuff because now all of a sudden the Batman thing is starting to be green lit again. Affleck may not be attached to it, but they're already like, oh, script's going to be ready by the end of the year. We're going to start shooting. So DC's getting their legs together and they finished Wonder Woman and delayed that. So I wouldn't be surprised. The only good news is Tom Cruise is doing 2 more Mission Impossible, so you might not get him as Green Lantern now, which is a plus.
Thank God.
Make Green Lantern John Stewart and call it a day.
Well, they need to do that, but DC doesn't make the smart decisions all the time. I think they're trying to figure out if they're making smart decisions now, and time will tell. But we'll see. I already said I thought Shazam was going to be the best one that they put out. And then I wasn't looking forward to the Joker, but hell, I'll go see it, whatever. Just, I better not go sit down and then after you said he kills his performance and I'm sitting there shaking my head going, what is this bullshit?
It's highly possible, Mike.
I know that every time I go into a DC movie. Marvel, I have no concerns whatsoever. I'm not excited for Captain Marvel, but I'm also not going there like, oh, this is going to be terrible.
Yeah, I'm truly not excited for Captain Marvel.
But again, I'm not excited for that because all I'm waiting for is to get to what the hell we need to get to. Because I already know. It's going to be 3 hours of sheer greatness. I just need my questions answered. That's it. And who's the next big bad person? And am I going to be right? Because that's all I want to know.
I think it'll be Galactus.
Damn straight. Hashtag Team Galactus. I need to see it. Make it official. I survived the snap. Let's just make that be known.
Got me choking over here and shit.
Oh, Jesus. Sorry, that was funny.
For some reason, I think fucking Hawkeye gonna be a badass, man.
Stop saying that. Stop saying that.
I don't know, man. I don't know, man.
Just stop saying that.
Ronan, though. That's what I'm saying. Ronan.
Yo, stop saying that.
Why? You don't think he'll be a badass, man?
No, yo.
We might be getting Professor Hulk.
Yeah, I think that's gonna happen. I also think Hawkeye's gonna be badass.
Stop saying that. That's just like if you play Street Fighter and then you have Dan.
I knew you were going to say Dan. I knew you were going to say Dan.
Dan's awesome. Like, Dan's a joke character, all right? Just like Hawkeye.
Hawkeye is kind of a... So let me stop. Ronan is kind of badass, man.
You see him out there standing in the rain, gave her that look like, bitch, I will kill you too. Oh, my Daredevil statue should be here in a couple weeks. I kind of don't feel like waiting, but whatever. I'll wait till Pakih gets over here.
As far as DC Titans, yeah, how Robin is fighting Batman and going to Batman's house and blowing up Batman's house in his cave. I'm like, what?
I heard about it. I haven't watched it. I just kind of shook my head and was like, murderous Robin. Yeah, okay.
Robin would never do that to Batman. Blow up his house?
If it ain't Red Hood, I don't care. So I'm not watching it. Do that or Flashpoint, one of the two. And do it right.
All right, Peace Game Podcast.